hourly chart only on both. Well, this needs to be the S&P 500. So we're gonna have hourly here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take. This is what I've been doing. I did on the last one. I'm going to put vertical lines at 8 o'clock a.m. each day. So I'm going to like skip through the hourly, like all the way until 8 o'clock. And I'm only gonna take the trades in New York session. That's it. And all I'm gonna be doing here is just looking for oh wait, what hold on. What do you mean change the time? Bottom right? What do I have to do? Oh, New York. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Wow, I fucked that up, didn't I? All right. Well, we're gonna be starting September the 5th. All right. September the 5th. Let's do that. Thank you for reminding me of that. Appreciate that for real. All right, let's go. All right, so here is 8 o'clock. Let's go to 8 o'clock right here. Boom. 8 o'clock. All right. So how this is gonna be structured, I'm legitimately just gonna look for. Yeah, I would if you guys didn't tell me that, I would have been fucked. I would have been so fucked. All right. So literally what we're gonna do. Wait, chart or do you want me to change the chart colors? Or like maybe put the background white before I keep going? Or do you guys care if it's black? All right, okay, I'll change this. Let's do just what like white. I'll just do white. I guess white's cool. Unless that's like blinding for you guys. All right, white. Okay. So wait, I make sure that my vertical line is now black. All right, cool. So now we have the start of the session. Let's fast forward 12 because that's lunch. So what I was doing before, I was accidentally skipping through the full hourly candle. So if you're gonna backtest and do this on FX replay, just change it to the M5. So like the hourly candle, all we're moving forward to is like we're watching M5 candles print as the hourly candles printing. So that was my mix up before, but I'm legitimately only using hourly fair value gaps as references, framing SMT divergence inside of those hourly gaps and framing M5 market maker models based off of the tags of those hourly key levels. All right. So let's just run with it. All right, cool. So let's watch after we have 9 candle prints. I know we're getting two equities open. No, this is strong liquidity potentially here. Resting highs, no SMT at the highs. So let's see. Is there any fair value gaps above us? No. Alright, so this is something that I would watch. Well, actually, not watch for because we have a fair value gap resting here and a fair value gap resting here, and there's no SMT inside of the gap. So I don't have something to frame the trade off of right there. And even price moving higher, I would still neglect the move. And price is drawing to this high. Let's see actually here. Hold on. Imbalance resting here. And that imbalance here, that would actually not even be SMT. So let's keep going. Up this high. No SMT, no trade. Price moves up. No capitalization for me. We did purge this high very slightly right here. And now we're aggressively dropping, and there's SMT here. Right there. So maybe there's an hourly bearish fair value gap that forms to go lower. Oh, but it didn't mean to do that, but didn't make a difference anyway because the hourly candle printing. See how this next goes. Both tag. Let's see if we create SMT divergence inside of that gap. Times it here. Pass kill zone. All right. So the move up didn't take it because there was no SMT inside of this gap. There was an aggressive move down. We had no fair value gap tag. That was allowed us to execute on this, and there was no imbalance to my left that I could have referenced to took the trade. So that is a pass on the day for me. No trade based on the hourly and the M5. These resting lows probably will get taken out moving forward, but let's now fast forward to the next day. Let's go here. Yep. Okay, there's 8 o'clock. This looks like a potential accumulation, manipulation higher, and then drop. Okay. Maybe there could be like a Judas swing at this time where it opens up and then we go higher than lower. Back to the M5. Okay, so there's the tag and sweep. I'm going to drop to the M5 on the S&P 500. And I'm going to drop, wait, actually, I need to compare the highs. So this is the high that we're taking out here. And this is the resting high here. That keeps our SMT intact. So let's go to M5 on both. Okay, M5. Okay. Keep a tag. And now we're getting, oh, this is actually moving past towards fucking end of the time, end of the day. Let's see. So there's still SMT at those resting highs, and we have the sweep. I just don't like how it's like literally right at the end of the day. All right, so let that pass. Move on to the next. Oh, wait, hold on. UTC. Bro, you guys gotta be helping me with this. Hold on. What the fuck? That was confusing as hell. Wow, thank you again. All right, well, we're still live. Oh my god. Still alive, still looking for the trade. All right. I love you guys. All right, so there's our hourly. And then M5 sweep. We sweeped an M5. We sweeped an hourly short-term high, and we still have this SMT divergence here. So maybe we can get a draw lower, and there's a gap, an hourly bullish for value gap resting here. So maybe price can actually give us the shorts down here. So that was the sweep. We still have the SMT divergence, and we have a run of this resting short-term high all the way up there. All right, let's see if we can clip this. That would be our order block, and this would be a liquidity sweep with our SMT. Let's see if we can potentially. What time is this at? 11:05, right at the opening. So 11 a.m. we open higher, run liquidity. So maybe we can get an hourly open, high, low, close, and then 1 to 2. Maybe I'll put. So this is really tight stop loss. I'm gonna give myself like 3 points of drawdown, and that still leaves me to the right at that hourly bearish for value gap. So just place it over here. How do I do this? Why is it not working? All right, let's go 1%. All right, one's down. But here, let me walk you through. Let me walk you through the thought process of exactly what I was thinking here. Because even though this was a loss and it's still something that I would take in, no problem. This is exactly what I would be doing here. So regardless, still have an hourly gap here, tag, with SMT divergence inside of the gap. And I'll do this through all the trades that I take. We have no SMT at these resting lows here. And price, I would be anticipating after we run an external range high, draw down into an internal range liquidity pool. So now the same thing here. Price runs an external range high. I would expect it to draw down into an internal range liquidity pool, even on the hourly, because the market's a fractal standpoint, and that's how we deliver price. So once we created the SMT and the retag of that gap here, failed to do it on an S&P 500, I'm anticipating price to draw lower. And the candle from the 11 a.m., we swept the short-term high. I would love for it to take out that 10 a.m. candle low for them to continue higher. Makes sense, right? I would hope so. And then price runs short-term highs at 11 a.m. open, closes below the candle that sweeps liquidity, pushes lower, and then did push lower, but we retag here and then we drive higher, unfortunately. And that was right at the open of the 12 o'clock candle. So that was trade one. So we'll leave that open there. We'll leave that there. Okay. Now let's keep going and push through this. And I'm going to still leave this hourly gap as potential for it to still go down into. And what could honestly happen, since the SMT is still valid, and if I wanted to re-enter on this trade and still go for the 1 to 2, I could literally just end. I could try and re-enter it again, but I would drop my risk to like 0.5%. And this candle closes below. So let's see if price comes back in, and then let's say that here, ready? We run the short-term high. Run the short-term high. And let's delete this. It's confusing when I don't have my like colored lines and stuff like that. Let's see if we can do 0.5% risk resting here. 1 to 2 after price runs there. And then this is the gap that we're looking to target on the NASDAQ and the S&P. Boom, place, 0.5, boom. And looks like it's probably going to run without me. Tags me in. Price on the NASDAQ here on the previous candle, this already tagged that hourly gap. I'm going to show you guys this. So we tagged the hourly gap here on the NASDAQ, and we failed to do so on the S&P. So what I'll do here, just to protect myself, I'll drop my stop loss break even. So it tapped me in, but this candle, or let's go back to the M5 on NASDAQ. This candle resting here, or here, sorry. I should have actually, I moved a little bit too fast. This singular candle was the one that tapped the candle from, what's it called? NASDAQ on the hourly. So I'll just leave that at break even. Takes me out. I would have taken a partial or run position out right there. But this was also what time was that? Also, am I tripping? But why is this not giving me like see how I'm going I go to 1255 and then it goes to 1800 at the bottom. You guys see this? Anybody know what I'm doing what's happening? It's half day? Could be. Oh, late. Oh shit, you're right. Labor Day. Wow. This is why I need you guys. But yeah, if we tagged in here and we took a stop loss or we take partials right there, that would have been a 1.77. But I skipped too fast, and that was the candle here at that cutoff from Labor Day that already tagged the hourly gap, and we failed to do so on the S&P. But let's move past Labor Day, go to the hourly, and bring this back to regular. Okay. So one loss, one break even. It could have been a profitable trade, but I skipped too fast. All right, let's go to the next day to here. Eliminate some stuff. Get rid of this. I don't want to have too much clutter on these charts. All right, boom, runs higher with the SMT. Boom. Okay. What do we got going on? Already. Okay. Hourly gap resting here. Tags on the NASDAQ, fails to do so on the S&P 500. Right here, trading inside of this gap, SMT. And it looks like that there's SMT resting here too. So I'm in my eyes already, we have an hourly change in state of delivery on the S&P 500 with a run of a short-term high resting here that also creates SMT again. So we create SMT here, and we have SMT at the resting highs here. So I think that what's going to happen next is price is going to draw to these resting lows, these correlated lows here on the S&P and the Nasdaq. So that's where it's probably going to end up going. And I would qualify the high that was created at 6 a.m. as the high of the day and protected, because SMT is confirming that for me. Okay, so let's get into the next day. Oh wait, no, hold on. Going back to this. We need a reference. No, it's very equity. Equity's open. Here it is. Price comes back up, traces into this breaker block. Still not an entry that I would want to take. I'm gonna go back to this hourly. Let's see if there's an hourly fair value gap that gets created on the way down to the lows. And doesn't, I guess it does that. Well, the draw was clear, just couldn't get the entry on the lower time frame. I'm gonna go back and look at it. Unless I executed from a breaker block. Resting here, there was no really fair value gap. There was no, unless I took something like this here, but that's still before 8:30, and I wouldn't be executing anything before 8:30. But no entry though, no entry. Hourly gaps, M5 market maker model, and there was nothing for me to execute before 8 or after 8:30. It is what it is. Know the draw, but can't get the clip. Now let's keep fast forwarding and see what price does from here. Aggression off the low run. Both tag the hourly bearish gap. Let's bring this to the end of the day, which is listing right here. Nothing. Both hourly gaps, same swing highs, unless there's SMT with YM that I'm not seeing, but I'm only utilizing S&P and the NASDAQ. Okay. That's like relative equal highs. Small gap resting here. This already takes, let's see. I'll go like this. Bring us down to the M5. Practically relative equal highs, and there's really not really a short-term high run. Nope. What time is this at? 4:50, 14:55. What do you want me to play? I'll play. If you guys want to give me song requests, I'll play songs. I don't like how this is just kind of relative equal highs. Unless like I'm not looking close enough. Because I don't really count. I'm not really counting relative equal highs as a trade. But not yes tags the gap here, and the S&P or the Nasdaq does not. But also like for you guys to understand like the parameters that I'm literally just doing here, I'm not looking at any higher time frames. I'm not looking at economic calendar. I'm simply just trading price from the hourly to the M5. That's it. I'm not doing any outside factors. I'm kind of going into this and just utilizing the SMT and internal range liquidity. That's it. Literally, that's it. I'm simply just trading like that. Runs relative equal highs. And that also does the same thing for the Nasdaq. Go back to the or for the S&P, back to the hourly sweeps. No SMT elected. Those relative equal highs weren't even were not valid. Like I said. Boom. Now 8 o'clock on Wednesday. Boom. All right. Sweep the lows on both. Moving into 8 o'clock. See, this is still the 8 o'clock candle. 5 minutes. We close this off, resting here. We closed off this gap. There's nothing really down here. Wait, is the music like loud for you guys? Like, is it like annoying to anybody? If it is annoying, I'll turn it off. I don't want it to like, you know. I can turn it off if you guys want me to. I just let it rock. So it distracts me. Okay, whatever's playing right now needs to go. Hey Alexa, play Future. All right, cool. All right, as long as it's not bothering you guys, that's all that matters to me. All right, so looking here, there's no SMT at the lows, no SMT at the lows resting here. There's also no SMT at the highs. We'll see how this goes. That off. Okay, let's see. Okay, now let's see. Where could price draw down to give us? So like there's right now, I'm just watching price deliver. We're just continuously taking out previous hourly candle highs. No entry that I could capitalize on. And it's just ripping without me giving any sort of means of entry or opportunity. Moving, moving, moving. Price now takes us into that gap that we already created SMT with, or we already tagged on the NASDAQ after running these lows. This looks like a coin that's about to get rug pulled, if I'm being honest with you. Now price gets both into these hourly gaps, but this is right at the end of the market. Nothing that I capitalize on. And we'll route the bank. And move into 8 o'clock next day. Okay. So we aggressively expanded yesterday, trading into the same hourly gap here. Hourly gap. Hourly gap here. Okay. So there's no SMT just yet. And no SMT at the highs. Didn't even mean to do that. What candle did we run here? Ran that candle. Didn't run this candle low. Both no SMT. I need to change that. I need to change this. Okay. Keep going. Let's go slow. There could be SMT with YM that I'm missing. The fact that I only have ES and the NASDAQ. But still standing by only trading with these two pieces of confirmation. Both sweep lows inside of this gap. So I see this gap here, but there's no SMT inside of it. And we already utilize it from an hourly tag to an external range logo. If that's what you were wondering, Seller. There's SMT with this candle, but there's no like fair value gap tag besides an inversion, so I can't even trade it. But it did have an hourly change in save delivery resting right here. But that's still not going to give me the inclination or the want to trade it. I would have said yes if we tagged this little gap resting here. Didn't get that. Tagged it, but it's blasting through. This is now moving into the end of the day, and that's the close. Couldn't capitalize. Let me know if you guys are confused based off of what I'm looking at, and I can overview that person almost just got into a car crash outside of my house. You'll see the rest of it later, David. I'll have it uploaded on WAP, no worry. What was that? Alright, okay. So this is a fair value gap resting here that we're inside of at the open of 8 o'clock. This is the resting high here, right there. NASDAQ lower. Oh, nope, sorry, that's not the corresponding high. My bad. So this high resting here, nope, here, here. I guess you could say this resting here. But we already mitigated that gap, but we'll see. We'll still see how the reaction goes inside here. Right here with this high and this high here. Okay. Let me get rid of the. That's better. That's better. Perfect. Okay. And there's SMT at these resting highs. Okay. 8 o'clock. Here comes 9. SMT. Sweep resting here. And there's your SMT here. So boom, boom, boom. 8 o'clock. And 9:30 is here. Let's go down and this hourly gap below us here. That and this hourly gap below us here. So there's no SMT at the resting lows inside of the redelivery rebalance. I do, I just couldn't add it Atlas. And if I added YM as well, it would just make everything so much more difficult. It's unfortunate. It looks like I missed this entry here, but it was at 8:55 and I skipped past because I would have wanted to execute right there though. Maybe it comes back and gives a retag, but our SMT is from this resting high, and we would want to see price go to a 1 to 2. Let's play since we're in drawdown. Let's just rock with 0.5% until we get out, and then we can bump up the risk. So we're getting up and it just runs. Damn. So I would have wanted to execute here. Let's just exit. I'll clear this limit. I would have wanted to execute right here. So price, I'll go over this. We have price inside of this hourly bearish for value gap. And we made a lower high on the NASDAQ. We ran a short-term high resting here, and the short-term high created that hourly SMT. If you guys understand that and see it. And then the next candle at 850 closes below the opening price of that, and then it tags it at 855. But when I opened up my hourly, it already gave the tag and I wanted to get in there, but it just kind of delivered right to the lows. But that was what I wanted to see. Like if you guys understand that and see it. Hopefully that wasn't confusing, but I hope that made sense just based off of hourly structure to M5. So we sweep a short-term high, create hourly SMT, and our draw was into that hourly internal range liquidity pool. So that was what I wanted, but I skipped a little too fast and I didn't get the exact thing that I wanted initially, but that would have been the trade. So there. So now let's see what goes next. We have a failure to go into that gap. We tagged the gap here. So let's see the S&P 500. The only thing that yeah, it has potential. It has potential, but there is S&T at the highs, but this is run of the low. This is SMT here. So let's see what happens. Oh, okay. So there's the big push, aggressive push off of the NASDAQ. Now let's see if price wants to come back inside of this and we can frame. And that would be right there. Just by looking at that hourly. Oh, did it take out the high? It did take out the high. So there is SMT resting there, but there's still relative equals here. Let me see. Let's see how this goes. It could come lower. I wouldn't be surprised. And it just, ooh, that hurts, doesn't it? Massive wick stops me out and then goes to my TP. While the SMT still holds. I was debating on giving myself a little bit of an extra buffer too, but that is S&P 500 in its own self. And you could even see on the NASDAQ comes in, if I'm just focusing on long in the stronger pair, the NASDAQ comes in and tags that OB and runs higher. The S&P had to give a little bit of an extra juice run. This was clean. This, the stronger pair, even though we still held the SMT resting here, gave me a little run out. But the trade was given on both the trade was given on the NASDAQ. But ES gave me a quarter of actually no, half of a point of just not forgiving me at all. Be like, you know what? Fuck you. You're not gonna have this. I'm gonna give it to the NASDAQ, even though it was the weaker pair. But whoever said that the frame could be based off of the longs from that hourly gap, you're right. And that was exactly what I wanted. But the fact that we got that little fucking run there was pretty criminal. On to the next. That was the move, though. Failure to reach that gap still created the SMT. Not forgiving. It is what it is. Keep waiting. Now go back to hourly here. Still in the 9 a.m. and bring us right there to close out that day. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Driving. Looks like it's driving to this resting high. And let's zoom out a little bit here. Okay, where is that resting? This is the same resting correlated high. Okay. Inside of this gap here. Yeah, so that's both trading the same range. It is the same range, right? Yes. Wait, no, it's not. Hold on. Am I blind? I am blind. This is the S&T, right? Am I bugging? Might need some glasses over here. I still think that it just drives though. That's what I put down the M5. So that is the SMT. Let's go to this. No short-term high runs though. Let's delete this, get rid of that, and get rid of that. Yeah, completely runs it. Cool. No harm, no foul. Drive to this high. All right, now let's draw this out. Boom and boom. mm, 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 mm. While we're inside of here, and we're inside of a higher gap now. Did close it off though. Market maker buy model, maybe hourly gap tag. Okay. Hourly gap tag on the S&P and failed to do so on the NASDAQ. Okay. Let's do this here. See if we can get a continuation play. Boom. Boom. Mark that off. And mark this off here. 5 minutes. This is the corresponding low. Oh, wait, no. I want to mark off that hourly gap. Okay, here. Yep. Okay, still not inside of the gap. Inside of the gap. That I don't like. Hourly candle. Hourly candle. I wanted to see the S&P take out this low because we would have had SMT inside of that gap, but we didn't. And then I would have longed this. I would have went like this. Because this down close candle swept the short-term low. And then I would have longed right there if we had SMT. But we didn't. Back to the hourly. Let's get through. Okay. Take out the high. Take out the high. Let me know if I'm not making sense to anybody, or if you're confused or lost. I'll just keep refreshing your mind and just keep going through as I'm like punching. Whole body weak. Solid, solid, solid. Okay, this is a big. Okay, no, this is a new week. That was the end of the week. Okay. So we're now going into Monday's trading day. Massive gap too. Yeah, so fire me. I'm only interested in seeing SMT inside of an hourly gap. And then I'm dropping down to the M5. I'm framing market maker models off of the hourly gap tags. So like right now, looking at took out this candle's low on the NASDAQ here. So like here, ready? This is like a quick walkthrough. Take out this candle's low inside of this gap here. We failed to do so and reach that same corresponding fair value gap on the S&P 500, reaching this gap here. So failing to do that, we tagged this one. And I actually explained this in my YouTube video. So let's see if something can happen. And I think that FX Replay has the best backtesting software compared to other platforms. So here is the short-term low that gets ran, resting here. Run this short-term low. And this candle I would want to see us get into. And let's watch M5. Boom, boom. Okay. I definitely missed a lot of trades because of not having YM on here. But I'm not sure if I can go more. I think I can. I shouldn't. We could do another session with adding YM. Okay. So there's an hourly SMT. inside of this gap resting here, right here. So I'm looking to see if this can hold and we neglect to trade into this gap here. Am I trusting ES? I have to because it's a strong repair. I said I was going to do it. Regardless of I wanted to keep it strict as in like if price it already reaches 1 to 2, unfortunately. Close it. And the NASDAQ gives the entry. Look here, even look at this. The NASDAQ gives the entry here, and the S&P 500 fails on the weaker pair. But I'm literally going based off of the rules that I said that I was going to do. Long the stronger pair, short the weaker pair, and trade only SMT divergence at hourly key level tags. That's it. I'm going to be very, very honest with that process and how I'm going to do it. The next one, maybe we could add some other parameters to it or like some more rules, but I wanted to keep it as simple as possible, like literally simple as possible. And there's the aggression. It still tagged it on the NASDAQ and it failed to do so on the S&P. Or would you guys prefer me to only trade the NASDAQ? Because this motherfucker has been giving better trades than ES, I'll tell you that right now. NQ is Bay, but I'm gonna keep doing both. This would be the one that I would want to trade. Higher low, lower low. And yes, I'm taking these. I'm taking these only in New York session. Only New York. Okay. Only New York session. Okay. So is there an hourly gap to my left? That doesn't matter. I'm only going to reference us in the trend that we're in. Okay. Still same gap. Running through, closing below 2. Still the same correlated lows. Let me clear this so you guys have the better picture. Vertical line at the close of the market. Okay. No SMT at the lows. What month did you guys give me? Did you guys do this on purpose? I'm playing with you. So there was this gap here on S&P 500. I'm looking and I'm monitoring price inside of the gap, and I'm looking for the SMT inside of here. But if you look, lower low, lower low, lower low, same corresponding high, and then price moves, and then it drives higher. So I'm still trading in retrospect to the order flow, but the SMT wasn't inside of the gap. It's all making sense, I hope. I don't want to sound like I'm speaking a foreign language. Holy shit, what was this? CPI? CPI, right? CPI? I had to be. Tuesday, CPI. It's like a staircase up, elevator down. All right, moving on. Drag this to 16. Keep this here. Not getting what we want. Oh, don't close that. So deep in discount here. Looks like those correlated draws. Not going to short all the way down here. Both tag the gap. Both tag and run previous hourly high again. Okay. Nothing. Okay. No SMT inside of that gap. Price looks to be drawing down to this resting low. Takes out the low. CPI day, massive expansion. Most likely going to assume that the next day is going to be a consolidated market. See if we can still capitalize on anything. Oh wait, this is past 6 o'clock. Go here. Boom. All right, cool. Okay. Both tag the hourly gap. Okay. Where is the end of this day here? All the way down at discount. Again, consolidated day after CPI. Boom. Boom. Okay. Hourly gap. We have SMT inside of the gap. Not the SMT of the resting lows. Okay. No SMT here. So okay. I could tell you right now though, if I had YM open as well, and I only took 3 trades. One was a break even, and two, one was a loss of a 0.5%, one was a loss of a full percent. And I'm not using any of my other confluences. Literally 0 daily bias, no economic calendar, simply trading based off of structure. Say, run here. Okay, going to 16. See what happens next. All right. Again, nothing. And I give you guys a strict set of rules that I wanted to follow based off of exactly how I was going to implement this. And I'm going to keep doing that just to show exactly like what I'm looking for. market structure wise. Fundamentals is outside of this. 16. Hourly gaps. Both SMT. Okay. We run this resting high. We run this pierced here. Pierced here, but we're so deep in discounts, give me a little bit of scare. SMT there. Hourly gap. Okay, pierce here. This small ass candle. Don't like that. Okay, if I wanted to trade this, we can. What time is this at? 10:45. Shorts here. There's SMT at these resting lows. Usually, what I want here is just for you guys to get a better understanding. This is the candle that created the hourly SMT. And what I want is price to come back up into the body of that candle for me to then frame short. That's what I would want. But since this is like a no body candle, I wouldn't want to take it as reference and like say this candle resting here. This has a big body, we close below it, but it doesn't run any liquidity. So we could watch and see as price moves up into it. Potential for the short. NASDAQ delivers here. We could take a stab at it just so that we can get more trades onto the board. And then I would put my, let's say I put my stop loss resting here. And let's look for a target to like these resting lows. There's still SMT resting there. I'm trusting ES here. Let's go a little bit lower so I can get that 1 to 2. Okay. So let's say that I did this. I'll put on 0.5% risk just so that I'm getting more trades so you guys you're not bored. But primarily I would wanted to see this be my entry with the body, having a fat one like this. But we got it on the NASDAQ resting here. Oh, let's see. Oh wait, no. This needs to be market. My bad. Place order. Market. And this is 0.5% risk, I believe. Did we run the lows? We do run the lows. Okay. It is piercing higher. I just want to analyze this to make sure that it's not going to come back. Yeah, let's just play it now. See what happens. Okay. Let's see. Is there SMT? These correlated highs? No. Maybe I could reduce my risk a little bit, drag it to that body. Okay. Right. When NASDAQ comes down here, takes out that's what I want to see, the same corresponding low run. Right. Comes back up. We create SMT at this resting high here. This resting high right here. So I'm going to protect myself even more. Just because price comes back up into this, I would not want to see this go. Like that. Okay. SMT at the lows. I think now what I could do is put my stop break even. Okay. Boom, I'm out. Okay. So that was a properly managed trade, even though we entered here and then we took us to that resting low on both the NASDAQ and the S&P. Did you guys understand that? And did that make sense? All right, cool. I'm gonna try and speed through this as fast as I can because I do have a haircut at 2:30, but let's go. Keep run with it. All right, cool. SMT, hourly gap, M5, market maker sell model. Okay. And that's exactly how I manage the trade. What time are we at right now? It's 12 o'clock. Okay. Let's just now play M5. Okay. All right. This is also Friday. Probably best to move on to the next week. Let's do that. Move on to the next week. And that would be here. Okay. Oh, all right. So let's keep going. Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me do this really quick on my phone. Set time. Let's do. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So corresponding. There's S&P at the lows. We're so deep in this discount after selling off from CPI. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if we ripped from here, but I'm going to mark off this hourly gap that I see and mark off here. This is where is that corresponding? Here. So here and here and there. M5. That's a big M5 candle. Okay, sweeps it, takes it out. Close that off, close that off. Let's see if an hourly gap can form if we're going to go higher. Okay. Make this closer. 16. Boom. All right, for hourly gap. Okay, tag. Hourly gap tag. Let's get something off of this. Damn, I want to entry off the NASDAQ, not the fucking S&P. All right, let's see. That is the resting low. Okay. We run a short-term low here, I see. Run a short-term low here. Okay. Give me that. All right. Short-term low run. Let's see if this works. Long. Stop loss. Let's do stop loss at the like right before the hourly gap tag that would hold our SMT. Or actually, let's do this. Here, hold on. Right here. At the low, that would neglect our SMT. Let's do that. So let's do here, place order, half. Wait, did I just do market? I did. Damn it. All right, I'm closing that really quick. I'm gonna close this. I need to do a what's it called? A limit. 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 There, limit. Okay. All right, cool. So high or low, short-term low run, closure above there. All right, tags me in. Let's see if it can go. It stops me out again and does it. All right, hold on. Not done yet. Not done yet. Check this. And I guarantee it runs to my take profit too. So here's the stop loss. There's SMT here. I'm on, no, I'm not on tilt. I just get, I don't like how it's like only on the net, only on S&P because I can guarantee this can go without me now. Oh, I'm not on tilt. Don't say that. It's gonna go too. You ready? Go back to the hourly. No SMT, same correlated lows. Okay. Did that sweep here? We'll go back to the M5. Doesn't run a short-term low on a down close. ES is really filthy. Didn't go to the hourly external yet. Both run the previous hourly low. Right there, right there. And so right here, let's look at this. So we had SMT resting here. Failure to run lower on ES compared to the NASDAQ. Target was still met, but this is the second time that we had this. We had the entry we want here. Price digs into at lunch, actually, lunch right at 12 o'clock. Runs us lower, sweeps the lows, and then goes to our TP. But I am not jumping and I'm not capitalizing on that. I want this. Like we're in here. This is something that I would take 9 times out of 10. Actually, 10 out of 10 times. Doesn't matter if it's still stopping me out. I'm taking it. Those are the rules behind it. And I need to follow that. Now back. Back. Back, back. In here. Okay. Next, we closed. I think we closed this gap, right? Closed. Closed there. 8 o'clock. Let's see what happens. Move to the M5. No gaps. Okay. All right. We're down. This is an already mitigated for value gap. I'm not giving it attention. Okay, there is SMT here. All of these trades are strictly on S&P, huh? Okay, now let's do this. Here is the resting high that is holding the SMT. Okay. And let's go down to the M5. It's literally looking like an M1, M5 market maker sell model. Okay. Keep going. Did we run a short-term high from that candle? We did not. Okay. It's driving. No SMT. It's driving. Okay. I'm going to go back to the hourly really quick. Closed off this gap. Not too favorable. No, you don't need an hourly gap on either. Like you need to know on one. Just one. But let's keep going. Let's see, where are we at here? Okay. Close that off. I'm gonna go back to that with 5. Skip. It was here. And this candle, that's deep. All right, let's go back here. Boom. Drops. Okay. This candle here is the one that runs the short-term high aggressively. Run aggressive here, but if I executed this, this would be a massive stop loss. Let's see here. I'm gonna measure this really quick. Let's say if we did this with a TP here. And what time is this at? 12 o'clock. Next one I could incorporate more time frames. I just wanted to keep it as simple as possible for this one. And also, guys, like this is not going to be the only one. This is definitely not going to be the only one. I'll tell you that right now. Still have SMT resting here. Maybe we could put on some risk here. Dropping here. There's no hourly gaps there. Is there an hourly gap we're trading lower here? Nope. Okay. Let's see if we could do like a 0.5%. And it looks like it's just kind of dropping aggressively. Let's go to the hourly again. Here, take out the low. And the SMT. Go back here. All right, runs to my low target without giving me an entry. That's what I would have wanted. But it is what it is. Still wanted the lows, got the SMT, just didn't get the entry. Unless we executed off of any of these candles. But I wouldn't have wanted to execute off of these candles because they didn't run any short-term high or liquidity. If that makes sense to you guys. I always want my candle of reference. Always want my candle of reference for a short to run a short-term high. Or if I'm long, I want it to run a short-term low. That's what I always want that. And then I would execute off of the opening price of that candle. Let's see. Keep going. We sweep, we run the lows as we thought, and price is drawing back to these resting lows down here. It did come into a breaker setup right here, but I'm not executing off breakers. I'm executing off the order blocks. So we sweep that that hourly sell model low. Still had the bias correct. Just didn't provide us the entry that we wanted. Okay. Moving on. Go here. Same SMT. This is literally the end of the day. Probably not going to do that. Right at the end of the close. SMT here. Maybe like an end of the day macro on NASDAQ. The first trade on NASDAQ that we can grip. And nope. And nope. And sweeps. And there it is. Let's move on to the next day. I hope so far you guys are enjoying the back testing sessions. It definitely won't be the last one that I do. I'll for sure do countless amounts more for you guys. Whatever happened here, I don't even know what happened. That had to be well, what time was that? Oh, earnings call. Oh, dude, I'll 1000% do more of this. We'll do every single possible time frame. We'll do M15 to M1 eventually. But it'll only be for you guys. I don't want to do it I don't want to do it on YouTube. The demographic of the people that come on YouTube are just very annoying. I'd rather do it strictly for you guys. I'd rather only do it for y'all. Okay. Moving on. I've been full-time trading for about a year and some change now. A year and some change. Okay. Failure to go below that low. There's SMT inside of the gap here. There. Inside here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Did this run a short-term low? It did. That's a really scary lifeline, but let's see. I would want it to close above this candle here. No. I was getting excited for a second. I'm happy that you understand the model and you're like actually taking value from it. That's amazing to hear. God bless to that. Neglect the SMT. Okay, move on to M5. Dropping. Okay. All right. Need a fair value gap. Okay. Fair value gap here. Let's see. Are we gonna get that tag on? Yes. We got a tag on both, so leave it alone. Time is this at? This is past the time. Go here. Okay. Oh, don't need to do that. Here we go. All right. I would prefer longs here rather than shorts. But let's just still keep in factor as to what we trade. Oh, wait, no, hold on. This gap was tagged. This is Friday. Okay. Where is that gap in coordinates? Here. So we're in, could potentially get up into here. No short-term high runs until this one. That's too big. Didn't give me an entry. There was still the SMT that we had, but no entry given. Okay. Crash up, crash out. Back here, and let's run with it. Countless amounts of losses and data collecting that have led me to know exactly what I need to look for in these markets. Like I legitimately had to go through so much pain and struggle to develop this model. But it works for me and it allows me to trade full time and it's the only thing that I'm ever going to need from this point on. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, We got run the high. Okay. No SMT. No SMT. Looks like we're gonna move this into the next day. Again, here in the next week, and go with that. Unless you saw like the last trade that we took, we are, I believe we took 4 trades, 1 break even, 1 win, and 2 losses or 3 losses. I'm not really sure, but we're down 1% on the account. 1% on the account. Mm-mm. Okay, fast forward. Let's see an hourly gap form. I want to frame along. Okay, hourly gap. Can we get some SMT here? Unless this tag, no, both mitigated for value gaps. Okay, we're still inside of this. We would need this to hold. This is a short-term low run. See if we can get above this. Run of a short-term low again while holding the SMT. Okay. Damn it, I have to hold on. I need to call my barber, bro. Barber anatomy. Hold on. I'll stay on the. I'm still gonna run with this barber anatomy. I'm calling them right now. Hey Alexa, shut up. Hey, can I speak to Hugo? It's Matt. Oh, yo, Hugo, how you doing, bro? Yo, I'm literally just like I'm doing like a live stream right now for my thing, but I'm gonna be like, is it okay if I'm like 15, like 10 minutes late? All right, yeah, 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 let's just do 3:30. All right, we can do 3:30. Yeah, I do it for 3:30 right now. All right, appreciate you, bro. No problem. All right, I'll see you then. All right, bye. All right, all right, cool. 3:30. We're chilling. All right, that was funny. My barber follows me on like all my stuff. So when I when I see him, it'll be it'll be funny to tell him what I'm doing right now. All right, so we got a run of the low right here. This is that corresponding low on the Nasdaq. So maybe what time is this at? This is at 11:55. Okay. Let's see. Let's check this hourly chart here. So we're inside of this hourly still. There's still an hourly bullish for value gap resting down here still too. Okay. All right. Let's see how this can go. Bum, 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 bum. It is moving right into lunch. Let's see how we can do it, or it would give us a little bit more leeway. SMT here. All right, we're in. And now let's see. I want to go back on the ES. So there's that. If price wants to come lower, this gap, and then we have what's this corresponding low? The corresponding low here is here. And we have there is SMT at these resting highs. There's no imbalance that could kind of get in our way, and we are in a deep discount. So we could see if this holds us to our expectations and it stops us out. It's okay. All right, so that's much more so in lunch. Fine, another trade, loss, move on, go on to the next. Fair value gap. Let's see. Tap here, run it inside of this gap now. Still inside of this 12-hour candle. This resting low. SMT. Yeah, no, I mean it would be better to see the daily, but again, like I said, I'm only utilizing the hourly and the 1 hour. So I don't see what's happening here. I'm going based off of a no daily bias, required strategy. This is a short-term low run. This is a gap. We could use this, see what happens. Okay. So we have this sweep now of this resting low. So this is SMT resting here. This is the candle that swept the liquidity. Maybe we could take another stab at the long and see if we could actually take us to the resting highs. And if we lose two trades in the single day, we move on to the next. This is 1250. Okay, boom, boom, boom. And inside this hourly gap. Oh, Alexa, play music. No, play this. Okay, please, Dad. Stop. Hey, Alexa, play Future again. Okay. So this candle runs the short-term low inside the hourly bullish for value gap. And then let's go here. Superhero, yeah. Still a superhero, yeah. Also, for the people that are wondering, in regards to backtesting, I'm very limited as to what I can do. Like it's very hard to kind of go through this and utilize multiple different time frames and navigate it compared to when I'm doing it live in price action. Tag this in. This could be the one. And we have this SMT here. All right, so this is the last line of defense on here in order for us to move higher, because if this drops, then these lows are going to get killed. And it's going to stop me out, trust it. And it's done. All right, so that's another loss on the account, down 2%, framing just hourly to the M5, still not done yet. And now move on to this, what happens next. And moves to the TP as well. What up, Tristo? See, boom, 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 boom. Remove. Yeah. I feel it's time to be a hero. Delete this. No gap, no trade. Okay. All right. Move in. Up. Fine. You win. Already the villain. That's crazy to say. I'm using simple two-step process to look for trades, not even utilizing the YM, but it's completely fine. And if price just wants to stop me out on simple narrative runs of stuff that I'm neglecting from the higher time frame, that's shit happens. I'm simply playing structure off of the foundation of what you need in order to align itself with the what's it called? With the model. Now let's see hourly. Here, here. Okay, we're here. Now draw this to 16. What would it get? A whole nother domain. Did we run into an hourly PD array? No, we did not. Also, I'm trading strictly. This is like post CPI kind of consolidation. I'm literally just using fair value gaps on hourly and seeing if I could in trades off of them. What's it now? Let's see. This is here. I'll run this. Oh wait, we could do this. Boom and boom. Swing point. But it did run the high resting here, but it's still unmitigated. Let's see what happens. Is there SMT at those resting highs? Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna do this really quick. Hold on. How do I fucking do this? Yeah, that kid can fuck off. All right, cool. No SMT at the resting highs. Let's see what happens after price goes into here. Boom. Time is this at 9:30. Looks like a Judas swing up, and then price delivers lower. Same. Why do I keep doing that? Never chase a bitch. SMT at the lows. This candle runs the liquidity. Does this candle run it here? This short-term low is resting here a little lower. You still count that. Let's say boom. No. S&D. That trades us up deeper into this gap. Oh my god, I forgot to put the limit. Oh no. Are you kidding me? I forgot to put the limit. No. I forgot to put the limit. I was moving too fast. All right, well, whatever. I'll break it down. Hourly SMT inside of a fair value gap. Blah 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 blah. Run the low here. It doesn't really. I don't really care about missing. I don't really care that much. we run a short-term low, tap this unmitigated fair value gap, and then price then has a higher low on the NASDAQ compared to the ES. And then we go here, we look closer, deeper into this. We have a run of the short-term lows, and then the down close candle resting here, tap the opening price, and then price drives up higher into 1 to 2 off of the hourly bullish fair value gap. So that's the frame trade. Let's move forward. Christo, trust me, I'm gonna have YM with this too. I only put on what's it called? I only put on ES in the NASDAQ because that's why I said I was gonna do the announcements. But yeah, that was the structure. Same thing as how I framed all the other ones. But that was it. Okay, so that's the 1 to 2. Let's go back to the hourly. Did that make sense for you guys? Let me know if it did. Let's. All right, here is 16. Wow, I hit the 1 to 2 and then died. No, it wasn't. It would be no. I would have closed. I would have closed the whole position off at a 1 to 2. Like I would have been in here, out at 1 to 2, close. Is it a rule to have FVG on both charts? You need a fair value gap on one of them. Like we didn't have a fair value gap on this. We just ran an external range liquidity pool. So this would have been me in and out at 1 to 2. We just need SMT inside one gap. Okay. Time is it? Still 11. Okay. Let me just leave this. There's a gap tag here. I'm literally trading hourly consolidation. Okay. Didn't mean that. Keep that hourly up. Bring this M5 up. Okay. Hopefully it's dropped lower. There's no like time frame alignment that's better than the other. Like you could literally use like I think that like M15, M1, hourly M5, 4-hour M15 all work the same because price is fractal. So there's not really a worry that you need in regards to that for like what's worse, what's better. We already ran the lows resting here. Probably gonna end up dropping low. I don't like how there's already SMT at the low, so I'm not gonna take the trade. But it would have tagged me in here. So fuck that. Good thing I didn't. Roll is higher. Okay, both tag this hourly gap here. No, wait, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Go back to this. Oh, this is already 16. Sweep on the Nasdaq. Okay. Hey, Sam, I would definitely recommend trying my funded futures, bro. Shit's gas there. Definitely one of the most favored futures prop firms. So we're inside of this. Doesn't really matter because we already tapped it and went to the external range low. So leaving that. Let's see if we can get a long to any of these. Okay, some try M15 to M1, bro. Trust. Green wave. Yeah, it's definitely a factor. I'm just not using it for here. I literally have 2 steps for this. Well, 2 steps and then the next step is CSD, and then I'm just executing. Past here. Let's see, same fair value gap. Like literally there's fair value gap, mark it off. I look for SMT inside of it. Don't got it. There is nothing even bearish fair value gap. Did we just run that? Dead. Unless we looked at it like, no, I still wouldn't have taken that. I was just looking at price inside of this gap here, this hourly piece. And then I was looking to see the fact that the bodies closed off the gap, but then we also created S&T at this high. So like, I mean, like maybe here, hold on. I'll go back really quick just to see it in hindsight. It was before 8 o'clock. Okay, so regardless, it wouldn't have been the trade. Okay, skip a little bit. The OBCSD is the way and the water of life. Ah. Right in the low. No SMP. We'll move on to the next day. Relative equal lows. Any fair value gaps? Who knows? Maybe I do another session next week. Maybe we do them every Wednesday. Who knows? I need to navigate. I want to navigate FX replay better to make it like, or like maybe we can construct like like a list or like a checklist of set things for the arsenal. Because in this one, this arsenal that we built was only hourly gaps and M5 market maker models off of the hourly gaps with SMT. That was all I was looking for the trades. Mm, 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 mm. But like, you ready? Let's look at the analytics. That's the end. We took 16% win rate, 8 trades, and we lost 2% of the account. 2% of the account. Actually, I'm taking this as 9 trades because I forgot one. And I missed one trade with the entry. So that one trade I would have taken 9. I would have had 2 wins and the rest losses. And the days that we took the trades were the 5th, the 9th, the 16th, the 19th, the 26th. And all of these, well, actually, two, what was it? One was going to be on the NASDAQ. That was going to be, I forget which one. Here, hold on. Can I click this and see which one it was? I believe that our win was on, um, what's it called? Our win was on ES. I think it was ES. And then I wanted to take the trade on the NASDAQ and I hit skip on accident. I forgot to put my limit. But we only used an hourly fair value gap with SMT divergence inside of the hourly fair value gap. And all we were looking for was just a CSD off of the gap. Now, like the way that I kind of portrayed this and like just the 1, 2, 3 step process of the model and like kind of what I'm looking for in regards to structure with no daily bias, no narrative building, no economic calendar incorporation, no nothing. Obviously, you could see that there's flaws behind it because price we net lost 2% of the account. But we were gonna take 9 trades, but within the 9 trades that we took, it was 2% down. Now I'm showing you guys this because I'm just walking through the process of like exactly what I'm looking for in regards to execution. But like based off of like how I went about this and how I approached the whole back testing session, like was this helpful for you guys and like did you understand it? Like did you understand everything that I put out and how I was describing my walkthrough of the process? If it was, just type 1. I just want to make sure that everything that I did made sense. Now, I want to see like was anything that I did during the session, was anyone lost? Was anyone confused? And like, do I need to clarify anything before Silky shut up? Do I need to clarify stuff before I like kind of walk away? Oh, more. We'll be doing that tomorrow for our session. Yeah, so fire me. This is going to be the first session of many that I'll do. And each session that we kind of go by and progress, we'll add stuff to it. Like next session, we'll do like NASDAQ ESYM. Or next session, we'll do incorporate the daily with the 1 hour in M5. Or next session will be do a 4 hour M15 M1, or maybe we could do three time frame alignments. That could be like something to look at rather than only utilizing those two things. But it was the three bases with just simple, if this happens, I'm clicking buy or sell. Yeah, see, like silent twinner, like that was it. Only gap tag, SMT, align time frame, CSD, execute. Literally, that's it. Those three things. That's it. Solid, solid, solid. But damn, yo, we stuck around here for a while. What was this, 2 hours? Thank you guys for riding through this the whole time with me. That was fun. We'll definitely get better at using FX replay for sure. And next one, I'm gonna make. I'll put up something in the announcements, and we'll do a like a narrative build or something like that. We'll do something pretty cool. I want to definitely like enhance it and progress and get deeper and deeper and deeper in regards to what we're looking for. You with a 10 par for free for everyone watching. Ugh. All right, cool, cool, cool. Well, Silky, if you have that and people want to try it out, go run it. Run with it. Cubist, no, I don't. Primarily because what we were doing was just such a like a, and we were pretty much just like neglecting a full blown narrative of a trade bias and only using three simple steps. And those three simple steps, since we were on like a smaller time frame, it was obviously less confirmation, less higher time frame narrative, but just basically trading, but full blown structure. Like we had two wins with no daily buys, so it was two wins and then two wins, six losses, one break even. You could pretty much say that. Fire me. But let's build a full blown narrative and show like a better, more intrigued process of incorporation to look for the trades rather than just the structure part. Because that's all I was doing. All right. Now I want to see spams in the chat. If you want to see another backtesting session, just type W in the chat. All right. All right, we'll for sure make these a regular thing. Because trust me, as I'm trying to navigate through the platform, we'll keep running with this for sure. And I like talking to you guys. It occupies my time, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it for sure. All right, guys. Well, time for me to now actually get my haircut and talk to my barber. But thank you guys all for riding through it. This was a long session, over 2 hours now. Much love. Take it easy, guys. I'll put some stuff into my channels for you guys to see. But I will talk to you guys all later, and have a great rest of your day. Drop any recommendations that you want me to do in the public chat, and we'll follow up with them. But be safe, guys. Talk soon. Validates here. That looks disgusting. Okay. M5 on the NASDAQ. Okay. And 910. Okay. See what's happening when price pushes. We run a short-term high here.
Hey Matt,
Yo.
I got bounce here, but let me know if you need anything going all well.
All right. Cool. No problem.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye. I'm not using higher time frame references, only